First thing you want to do is disconnect the power. Pull this out. Now that you have disconnected the power, take the panel off that's going to cover your contactor. Mine are all 5/16 screws. Just take them off. And there you have it. There's your capacitor and your contactor. So now you just mark the wires, take pictures of the wires so you know where they go. Now that you've taken your cover off, you can, and I've taken several photos of how the wires are attached so I don't forget. Now you can pull your wires off one by one. These are the 24-volt thermostat controlled wires. This one's really stuck. Yeah, it was really stuck on there. Then you got your black wire here. Another black wire here. Get those out of the way. These used to be red, but now they look orange. I guess they just kind of faded over the years. So now we got those off. All we got is our main power, and we already turned our power off. So now we can take these off. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room to work here, so the camera is in my way. I want to remember that that goes on the left, so I'm going to push it way over to the left. I'm even going to put a black mark on it to let me know it went on the left. Now we'll take the last wire off. I don't like one thing about my new contactor. It doesn't have these little square plates under the screws. So I'm probably going to use these square plates and put them on my new contactor, because otherwise it's just going to be the screw head holding it down. Now I'm ready to take the whole contactor off. Whoops, I had the wrong one on there. So it's just held on with 2 screws. It's the same screws that are used throughout everywhere else. So now it should pop off. Oh, they do. They got another one. I couldn't see it. My camera's in the way. at it. There you have it. This one looks pretty ugly. And sometimes my fan wouldn't start when I turned the air conditioning on. So I decided, why not replace the part? It's only $12 to $15 depending on which one you get. I just looked at the things here and made sure my new one had the same information. Okay, here's my new contactor and my old contactor next to each other. You can see they're basically the same. It's just a different brand. What I don't like is where the main wires go. The new contactor doesn't have that little plate under the screw head to hold the wires down. That's kind of junky, but I'm going to try to take these off of the old contactor so that I can reuse them on this one. So I'm going to take this screw out. I'm going to take this screw off the old one. Oh, unfortunately, that's part of the screw. So unless it's got the same threads, which I don't think it does. Ah, darn. It's also, it's part of the screw, and it's a little too wide for the spot here. So I think I'm going to turn the video off while I remove those plates from the old screws and grind them down so they'll fit. Okay, so I'm back. What I had to do is take these off the old one, the old contactor, and since I wasn't happy with just a screw to hold the main power lines down, I wanted to use these square things that were attached to the old screws. Well, it's the same thread, so all I had to do was file down these sides. On this one here, I had to file two sides, the back and the side rubbing against there. And now it fits fine. Since they're attached to the screws, it was easier to do that and use the same screws since it's the correct thread. And then on this one, because of the little channel it sits in, I had to file three sides so that it would fit in here nicely. So the only side I didn't file was the side facing out. So now it goes down nice. If my magnetic screwdriver would quit pulling it out. So there, now I got something to hold the wires down besides this bolt head, which I didn't like. And one other thing I was going to show you is they're essentially exactly the same except a different manufacturer. This here, the modern ones, they cover the actual contactor that moves. They cover it so that it doesn't get bugs and spider webs and junk in it that can interfere and cause you problems. But if you look at it side by side now without the cover, they're basically identical. And all the data on the plates match exactly which is what I used when I ordered mine. I had I just searched for that number on the old one there, the B13603-24, and then you get a bunch of hits on Google. And as long as you make sure everything matches on that data, you're good. So now I'm just going to put this cover back on, and I'm going to go install this now that I'm happy with my little modification. And I noticed when you're shopping for these, there's other brands that have a better way of putting that heavy-duty cable on the bottom. They have like a square solid piece of metal with a hole through it and a screw, so you stick the power line in that hole and just clamp down the screw. That might be an option. It's just it was a different brand and I didn't think about it until I ordered this and saw it. But I'm happy with this now, so let's go put it in. Okay, we're back. Now that I'm satisfied with my little modification I did to the contactor, I'm ready to put it in. So, attaching the first screw that's down at the bottom right. Now I'll do this other screw here. It's got the same hole pattern, so didn't have to drill any new holes. So now I'll tighten them. There we go. So now I'm going to refer back to the photos I took, but I do remember this striped one that I put stripes on. It was hard to get off, went on the left. I remember this one went on this side. There it's on. And then I remember the orange ones, which used to be red, both went on this side. And the black one was all by itself on this side. Now all I got to do is put the power. So now that I have my little plate there, it'll be a little better, be a little more secure. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have the camera right where I want to be sitting. But that was easy. See, I'm going to blow that, zoom in there. See, if I wouldn't have put that plate on here from the old one, I'd be trying to get a screw head to hold these heavy wires on. And I don't think that'd be very secure. So I'm much happier with this. There, that's nice and tight. Now I just got to reach under here and get this one under the plate. It's a little harder to get under there because it's in that little channel. There it goes. It's pretty stiff, so it took a second to get it to go under there. So now I'm just going to tighten it. There it is. My new contactor's in place. Oh, I forgot about my other black wire hiding here. So I would refer to your pictures if you forgot where any of your wires go. But now I'm ready to go give it a shot, see if it still turns on real nice and easy. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I've got my power restored, and normally I would use the app on my phone to turn the air conditioner on, but since I'm using it to make this video, I'm going to run in the house and turn the AC on. So you'll probably see it go on before I do. That was great. It came on the second I turned the temperature down, and it is much quieter. So that old contactor was making a lot of vibration noise that never stopped. So this was a very good $15 addition. I think a HVAC guy would probably charge a few $100s to come out here and put one of these in, minimum $300 or $400 maybe. So there you have it. Anybody can do it. I'm just your average homeowner that likes to save money. Take care.